This is Sibongile, a Walter Sisulu student being whisked away from a mob of students, demanding she gets arrested and pays back the money she blew. Mani blew 800,000 rands in a span of 73 days of the 14 million rand that was mistakenly sent into her account, and she's in big trouble.
Well, Walter Sisulu University student Sibongile Mani.
It's the 1st of June 2017, and Sibongile, like many other students, she's looking forward to receive her NSFAS monthly allowance of 1,400 rands. This is handed out to students in need of financial assistance to cover their basic living expenses. Mani qualified for NSFAS as she was a single mother and came from a poor background in which her family depended on a grandmother's social grant to make ends meet. In no time, she has a text notification on her phone. She reaches out to open the message. Sibongile doesn't believe her eyes. Instead of the 1,400 rands she is expecting, there are a whole lot more zeros. A sum of 14 million rand has been mistakenly sent into her account. This one accounting error would change Mani's life, and it is definitely a day she will certainly never forget. Being a young and naive varsity student, Sibongile wasted no time, as in the first 2 hours after receiving the money, she had already spent 20,000 rands. For the next 73 days, Mani would not spend anything below 11,000 rands per day. Unsurprisingly, as a varsity student, among the things Mani spent the money on, alcohol and parties tops the list. She would splurge on expensive alcohol with her friends. She would buy costly wine brands, bottles of Johnny Walker Gold, which cost around 700 rands per bottle, flowed like water at the parties she hosted and attended. Cartons of cigarettes were listed among the things she bought. Mani spoiled herself and her friends with brand new iPhone 7s, which were the latest release at the time, and they cost around 12,000 rands each. On top of the iPhones, she bought her group of friends tickets to the prestigious annual horse racing event, the Derby, in July. Airtime, Checkers gift cards, a slow cooker, framed mirrors, iTunes gift cards, board shorts for men, blenders, bras, cake plates, calculators, cookware, cupcake makers, cutlery, dinner sets, track tops, ladies tops, pens, shoes, eyelashes, Peruvian human hair weaves are some of the things she bought in the first weeks of receiving the money. She spent the money at 48 merchants in over 3 cities. There's a long list that was reviewed by the NPA of some of the things she later spent the money on, and it included things like 4 hair straighteners, 5 hair dryers, 6 steam irons, 11 microwaves, 11 blankets, 12 cordless kettles, 13 extension cords, 13 backpack trolleys, and 24 jackets, among many other things. Sibongile was living large and showing off. One time she posted the receipt which showed her balance after she had made a purchase, and the picture went viral. However, this was dumb of her, as it raised suspicions from other students. Samgelo Mkai, a SRC student support officer, is one of those students who were suspicious. He was quoted saying, "Obviously, after the slip was trending on social networks, students started connecting the dots on how she had been living a luxurious life in the past few months. From the birthday party of her cousin sister to her friend's baby shower that was at a champagne bar." Mkai would act up on his suspicions by calling NSFAS. As a responsible leader, I called NSFAS offices to check if this was true, and NSFAS confirmed that the initial amount was 14 million rand. September 2017, Intellimali, the company which administers NSFAS payments to students, the one that initially made the error, opened a case against Mani. And on the 29th of May, Mani was ordered to hand herself over to the works office, where she was then arrested by the Serious Commercial Crimes Unit on a charge of theft. She was released on the same day and would make court appearances from home. After years of multiple court appearances, Mani was eventually sentenced to 5 years direct imprisonment on the 30th of March, and there was a major public outcry, with many people saying this was a harsh sentence for someone who is a first offender. Her student support group, who stood by her side from the very beginning of this case, protested and condemned the sentencing.
We believe she is not a criminal as proclaimed by some in the media, but an innocent student who is used as a scapegoat to cover tracks of actual criminals that are still out there roaming around without taking any responsibility.
Also, a lot of people online expressed their disappointment with the sentencing, with some users saying, "I really feel like she's getting a raw deal. She did not intentionally set out to defraud the state. She didn't steal. She just did what most of us would have done if we came into mysterious money." The prosecution asked for the maximum sentence for someone who has no prior records. The High Court once gave Oscar 6 years for murder, and this lady is given a sentence of 5 years for spending money that was deposited in her account. Who deposited the money? This is a cover-up, and the little girl is being abused. Despite the overwhelming support Sibongile Mani received, there were some people who felt like she deserved the 5-year sentence and was not being abused in any way. Abused? How? Did she not spend the money? She was supposed to alert NASFA's office and not spend the money on booze and stuff. The one who made the blunder must be dealt with as well, but no one is abusing anyone here. Let's not romanticize crime. She committed theft and she should be adequately punished. The person who deposited the money might have done so erroneously, and as such cannot be arrested but fired from work. Mani's legal team appealed the sentence.
Walter Sisulu University student Sibongile Mani will be appealing her sentence and conviction. This was after she was handed a 5-year prison term.
And on November 6, 2023, the appeal was successful as her previous 5-year jail sentence was wholly suspended. The High Court sentenced Mani to a suspended 5-year imprisonment term on condition that she is not convicted of an offense involving fraud or theft during the period of suspension. In addition, she has been sentenced to undergo 3 years of correctional supervision, to perform 576 hours of community service without compensation at a community institution, to attend regular counseling and rehabilitative programs offered by the Department of Correctional Services, and to be monitored by a correctional official as delegated by the head of community corrections in Queenstown. Sibongile Mani has since graduated with a higher certificate in accountancy, followed by a national diploma in internal auditing, as well as a postgraduate diploma in education. In 2023, she was elected as treasurer of the Walter Sisulu University's Alumni Convocation Committee. However, 3 weeks after the appointment, it was revealed that she no longer holds the position as she did not pass the screening test. Although she managed to escape jail time, it seems like Mani's reputation was forever damaged, and she will have a hard time establishing a career in the finance sector.